Well, America is heading towards midterm elections slated to be held in 2026. The control of the House of Representatives will be at stake, but Republican efforts to redraw Texas' congressional map is now facing a sharp pushback from Democrats. Dozens of Democrats left the state to stall the vote on redistricting procedure. The House issued civil arrest warrants intended to compel the return of absent members. But it was not immediately clear whether those can or will be enforced beyond Texas borders. House Speaker Dustin Burrows urged Democrats to show up to do their jobs.
The members of the legislature. I have signed the civil arrest warrants. We will work with DPS to locate members. I saw, for instance, there is one member who said that they're doing a fundraiser here in Austin tomorrow. And I've sent that fundraising letter to DPS and said they should be invited to attend as well. We'll see how that goes forward.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott has made threats about removing some members of the opposition from their seats. Democrats have countered that Abbott is using smoke and mirrors to assert legal authority he does not have.
The reports are these legislators have been both, they sought money and they offered money to skip the vote, to leave the legislature, to take a legislative act. That would be bribery. And so the facts will have to come out.
Democracy under attack. What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Texas democracy under attack. What do we do?
Stand up, fight back! Yes.
Whose maps?
Our maps!
Whose maps?
Our maps!
Whose seats?
Our seats!
Meanwhile, Texas Democrat Representative Greg Saar joined demonstrators in Austin, rallying against the Republicans' plan to redraw the congressional map. He hit out at the governor, saying he was a coward for using his office to help protect Donald Trump.
Drastically changed the election laws right before an election. And then his political ally.
People in Austin are very clear that Governor Greg Abbott is a coward for sending law enforcement officers to go arrest elected officials. Greg Abbott is a coward for using his office to help protect Donald Trump instead of trying to protect flood victims.
The Texas Republican leaders, following a push by President Donald Trump, plan to shift congressional district borders such that 5 seats become likely to flip from Democratic control. The contentious but legally permitted move known as gerrymandering seeks to help Republicans retain control of the U.S. House of Representatives in next year's midterms. That's when the opposition party usually does more favorably. Democrats are in the minority in the Texas legislature, but enough members fled the state to deprive the body of a quorum, which is necessary to do business. The Texas push to redraw its maps mid-decade has set off a scramble of other states to potentially follow suit. Democratic-led New York and California are mulling moves to pencil out Republican seats. California Governor Gavin Newsom said he will fight back if Republicans in Texas succeed in redrawing the state's congressional districts.
We're working with the legislature on a trigger that if they do move forward, California will not sit by idly and watch this democracy waste away. We'll fight fire with fire, we'll assert ourselves, and we'll punch above our weight, and it will have profound impacts on the national outcome, not just here in the state of California.
Hi, Susan. What's the latest that you can tell us on this, with the Texas House set to reconvene after Democrats, of course, flee the state in a bid to block Republicans' redistricting procedure?
Yeah, they pulled something like this back in 2021 as well, and it went all the way to the state's Supreme Court. The issue with this is that, they can stay away for only so long. They're saying that they want to stay the full 2 weeks until, they're not able to really pass something like this. But the concern with that is, first of all, they're being fined $500 a day. And then they have these threats of expulsion as well, although a 2/3 majority in the state house would be needed for expulsion and to, fire them, essentially. Some of them have come to New York. In Albany, Kathy Hochul, our governor, has welcomed them. Different states have different ways of redistricting. New York has, for example, and California as well, an independent commission to do this. States like Texas, politicians can do this. So a lot of what you're hearing from Democrats is mostly performative, because when Kathy Hochul or Gavin Newsom say that they're going to follow suit where they don't really have the authority themselves to do that, it's an independent commission that would be able to do that in these certain states. Nonetheless, this battle between Greg Abbott and the Democrats continue. There's arrest warrants now for these Democrats who have fled. However, those arrest warrants are only viable in the border of Texas. So it's unclear, what would happen to these individuals, who most of them have already fled the state. But like I mentioned, nonetheless, they have to come back and get the job done.
Right, Susan, stay with us. We'll come back to you in just a short while from now on yet another story from America.